Hello, hello, Elijah. Thank you. Number one, thank you for having me again. Number two, I don't think anybody can hear you, nor myself or the guest. See, we think you are muted. There's not much sound. And Siri, can you hear me? Okay, yeah, they can hear me. They cannot hear you.
I can't hear anything from Elijah.
Hey, Crypto. Hey, Michael. I'm sure it was like a killer intro because he was going for a while. Not yet, Elijah. Not yet. Maybe we needed some soundboard. Boop, 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 boop. Michael, you're muted too. Yeah, I can see it. So, thank you, everybody. Everyone for joining us, and it's a beautiful Monday. Did everybody had a good weekend? Not yet.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Maybe let's
we can
just
hear
get
you,
it
Mike.
going then. And then when Elijah, I gotta change my name to the Dice Title. You guys know my name now. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering why you call me Michael. Is that me? I changed it earlier, but I guess I didn't save the change.
Yeah, child.
Do you guys have a subscription with StreamYard?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
No, me neither. This is I was here
Hmm.
last week, but I couldn't make it work. So this is like my second time using this.
It's funny because I changed the name earlier, but
I think you can still do it.
edit. Oh, there we go. Edit name.
Bottom left corner.
Yeah, I got it. The Dice. Dada. There we go.
Let's see if
How
it
many
changes.
Ds?
Perfect.
There you go.
Phew! Cover was almost blown.
City, we're gonna need some classes with like audio classes or something. A lot of mistakes going on.
Now we can't hear you, Elijah. You said 1 second. Okay.
Can't hear you.
We'll just hold the
You're really,
space for Elijah until he gets there. You know.
see, you're really good reading lips.
So Crypto Dragon, have we spoken before?
No, this is actually my first time. I've been on Discord a whole lot, but this be my first time live.
Okay. Nice to meet you for the first time. And I know Tia Luis, right?
Yes, sir.
Uncle,
You got it right.
Uncle Luis. Crypto, have you been in Upland for a long time?
Since 2020.
Oh, a long time. Cool.
Oh
Longer than me.
wow.
All right. Do you want to share your name in game or is it on the down low?
It's actually Crypto Dragon.
Okay.
It's really simple. Yeah.
Some people want to, anonymous, like layers of anonymity. So I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Can y'all hear me now?
We can see. Elijah,
Yes, I can hear
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry, y'all. When my
can hear
microphone
you.
cut off,
Oh yeah.
it defaulted to another microphone. Sorry about that, y'all. Welcome to the Real No Show. Thank you for holding that down for me, Dice. I could hear y'all the whole time. I want to welcome everybody. I appreciate your patience. People still in the audience. What up, Cassick Mar? What up, Coach Funk in the building? City Pigeon in the building. We got some people in the building. Now, listen, today we got a special show. I'm sorry you could not hear my intro, but I had to bring my guests on the show. We got a lot to talk about today. We got Troves. We got Upland announcements. We got plenty of things to talk about. But before we talk about that, let me bring out a special guest. Somebody I don't think y'all was expecting. And I want to thank everybody who came out here. Let's bring out our next guest so we can talk about upland, y'all. What up, Blue Rain? Let's go. She in the building, y'all.
Blue
Yeah.
Rain.
Hey, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Woo.
Here we go.
Sorry about that. I ain't want to blow your ears out. City, my bad. Get back in here, City. I'm going to limit them. I'm going to limit the amount of times I do it. What up, Blue Rain? Welcome to the building. How you been?
Thanks for having me. I've been well, thank you. How have you been?
I've been blessed and thankful and just moving forward. You know, we got a lot to talk about in Upland. A lot of announcements. Genesis Week was popping, y'all. How was Genesis Week for everybody? Anybody want to jump in there first and tell me?
I will go
I
first.
think you can pretty safely say it's the best ever Genesis Week.
Yeah, I actually really liked it.
Completely. My first Genesis week ever, and it blew my mind. I was surprised how much stuff is going on, and it made sense. So everybody was so anxious about it. You know, I've never lived it before, and surprised, 100% surprised.
That's good to hear. I actually did not find it that great, but I've been to in-person Genesis Week, so it's hard to measure up to what I've experienced.
I bet having the experience live, I've never lived anything like that. So,
yeah,
no
I actually
comparison.
had my TikTok was like, you this time last year, just the other day ago, and brought up a video of like the in-person live of like people like Loyal Doyle dancing and having fun. Football players were there. So yeah, this is not that great compared to that.
I could imagine.
I can dig that. I wish we had the cafe chat. The womp womp. You know how you have the soundboard. Yeah. You know what? I will say that Upland physically, obviously there was no physical appearance, so it can't score well in that category. But digitally, I'm gonna say Upland made a lot of updates, a lot of drops, a lot of the gamification at Troves. Troves was wild, y'all. That was a wild, fast experience, 100 miles an hour. Learning on the fly. It was fun. It was wild, and it was cool. You know, what y'all think about the Troves before we jump in the? Don't go too deep because I'm gonna bring up some topics, but just briefly, would you touch on it for me?
Who wants to
Touch on the
speak?
topic.
I guess I'll go first.
I thought it was actually really nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the mechanics of it. It kind of reminded me of treasure hunting back in the day where we had them little arrows and we had to send to different properties and we only had like what was it, like 10 sends or something like that. And it was it was quite an experience, but I really did enjoy it. So I'm just kind of waiting on what else they have coming out.
Okay. Well, that leads into the first topic, motion in Upland. Upland made an announcement that it was going to be motion in Upland. Motion starting with the uppies. As you can see illustrated there, watering flowers and horses moving, which is probably animals moving in general. What y'all think about that? Did y'all get some animals, some gene troves to participate? Anybody got any gene troves?
I don't think you'd be able to keep them anyways. Only the horse one, I think, was the one that you get to keep. Am I mistaken?
No, we get to keep all the gene troves and the spark troves and the spark troves, the friend requests that lead up to a what happens when you cash whatever you get from cashing in a friend request, which is an uppie. So you get an uppie. Yeah. You get an uppie for cashing in a friend request. You get sparklet shard, sparklet for sparklet shards, and the DNA. When you cash them in, you get animal. Animal. What do they call animal?
Genomes.
Genome.
Female and male genomes. Yeah.
Male and female genomes. So I got a rooster, 3 roosters, and 5 hens. So did you cash in it? Who cashed in some stuff?
I got 6 hens and 4 roosters.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not as lucky, but I got 3 roosters and 2 hens.
Okay.
I did not participate in that, but I thought it was interesting to see the reaction to it, and people pushing for those troves.
Okay.
I think, getting back to your first question, Elijah, what I loved about Troves is it went beyond what anyone had expected. Like, no one was talking about what they did. And also, it seemed like they were able to learn from Sparklet Wars, Spud Wars, and also treasure hunting. And they were able to create this game where it's not really competitive. It's not a zero-sum game. And it's like, it's going to continue to expand as they bring out new service structures, and it really integrates the whole game, right? All these structures, that people put time and effort into, all of a sudden now they're benefiting from it in a really collaborative way. So it was really well thought through and well implemented. I was pretty blown away by it.
What I thought was cool is how Elijah has established such a presence, and also I think Zach Towner, helping with the Real Node just be such a major hub for like a one-stop shop for the troves. So I just kind of watched that, like, as far as like future play. I think I don't know, I feel like, not to be biased, but it does seem like the Real Node is set up for all that's coming.
Yeah, I agree. I appreciate that. And you know what? There was so many people building when you start clicking on properties. Even like yourself, you got Taz Safari, a bunch of people building over there. It's hard to name who's not. So yeah, it was always designed to be like a downtown metropolis, one-stop shop, and the Troves just kind of made it clearer, and the Uppies and all of that stuff kind of tied together. So yeah, I definitely. We're going to dive deep into the Troves in 1 second. Just touch on the moving. Obviously, we can't get too deep in the assets moving, other than are you getting some, which would be the Uppies. How's your Uppie count doing, level 3 and level 5s? How's your Uppies doing? Anything, Blue? You sold them?
I got rid of my Uppies.
Yeah. They sell, don't they? I ain't mad at you. They sell. I'm not going to lie. I sold some through your store. That's what I remember, selling one through your store, so I understand. What you got, Dice?
You got one level 10.
Ooh, you really got a level 10, huh?
Nice.
Wow, it'd be nice if you could show that, man. We have to get a picture of that, man. That's tight. You got a level 10. So you're gonna make him a celebrity Uppie? You working to get a celebrity Uppie?
I wasn't thinking that. Not a bad idea. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay. That. Well, you got him pretty far though. I mean, level 10 is definitely higher than level 5.
Yeah.
I was going back and forth. Should I sell it? Should I keep it? But I'm definitely long again up and in after that tennis this week. So I think I'll take it off the market. But yeah, I'll get a picture of it. Send it to you.
Okay, cool. Crypto.
Yep.
What you got? Any Uppies in the building?
Nope. That was one friendship, or whatever you want to call them things, away from actually getting one.
Okay. And did you ever have any previously?
Yeah, I merged up to a level 6.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. That's a solid one there. That's a solid move. I think probably I got some level 3s and some level 5s. I think I may have a level 6. If I do have a level 6, I probably will break it down. So I'm looking to trade some Uppies, y'all. I don't really want to burn Sparklet to make the Uppies move. If you can trade up, like I got a level 4 that I'd like to break down into 2 level 3s. So if you have 2 level 3s you want to trade for a level 4, let me know, and I can trade up as well if we can help each other avoid that Sparklet burn. What you gonna say, Crypto? My bad.
No, that was the only downside I didn't really kind of like about when it comes to the Uppies, is having to spend my my Sparklet to do it.
Okay.
Like, I'd rather spend the Uppies. Like, if they can switch it and we can burn the Uppies instead of the Sparklet, because I mean, the Sparklet to me is like my real money. So I'm like,
Right.
Right.
I'm not a fan of burning it, and I haven't burnt.
Yeah.
I only burnt one time when it was required by Upland. T.O., What you got, man, with the uppies, man? Talk to me.
Tell me, Elijah. I do have several level 3 to 5, but I don't think they're gonna be enough. I want to plant more plants, and each one of those properties it might take a level 3. So yeah, I'm gonna need several more just to keep all my plants alive and healthy.
So it sounds like y'all geared up to play the Troves game to get some firm requests to get the uppies, to get the free uppies. Because I want some uppies too, but I want the free ones. The ones that you got to hunt and you can flip them and turn them into a uppie. I'm not really trying to pay uppies for them up front, and I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to get them based off of gamification, and I think that's what's going to happen. So we build in an area. Let's move on to this next topic. Let's see. So here's what happened. Trove prizes revealed. We had the DNA, we had the firm request, and we had the sparkly shard. So you could turn each of those into something. Just to break it down for if there's any new people out there. So based off of your hunting, just roaming the map, you can click on properties and press them, and they can yield you either a sparkle, a trove, but sometimes when you take those troves to a store and craft them in the store, they'll generate you one of these bonus things. So you go around a map collecting these troves, then the store will say you can craft it there. You craft that there, and sometimes you'll get one of these bonuses. These are bonuses that occur from you doing the work on the map, but you got to move around the map, go to different shops, and move troves around. So it's a pretty detailed system. It's very nice, very elaborate, detailed system. Before we jump in and show some visuals, talk to me, y'all. What y'all think about the system itself, as far as getting DNA for the animals, getting the friend requests for the uppies, and then getting the sparkly shards? Somebody jump in there and talk to me.
Did you guys make a map of what stores specifically give these, like where you cash in where?
We started doing things. I started really working towards getting firm requests only, but I learned all the way at the end of how to do that. So RDP, shout out to RDP. He put me on with some information to grow daisies and tulips. And then he sent me some daisies, and then Scooby from the cafe sent some daisies. Shout out to both of them. And then I planted the daisies at this property I'm going to take y'all to. But we have a trove route in El Sereno that got me 160 plus troves, and I didn't even get the trove drop. So
how did they send you those daisies? I thought we weren't supposed to be able to like exchange them with each other.
I think I bought them from the store. Like, I just think they set them at a low price or something. But
they were selling daisies at stores?
Not daisies. What's the orange one called?
Yeah, orange daisy.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this? You mean
Yeah,
the plant? I thought you were talking about an actual like trove daisy, right?
Okay.
Like something you need for your
It
recipe.
was the speed.
I see. Got you.
Because it turned out like certain plants at certain places. I don't know, but they give you like better rewards, right? And the orange daisy was one.
Well, see, that's my plan has been just like I'm not planting right now because I don't want to go through all the work that you guys are doing. Like I feel kind of prematurely. I think it's great that you guys had that because it was like great for the testing. But I'm thinking once it's actually live, I'm just going to load up a property with every seed possible that I've seen so far, provided that's permitted. Because then it's all like just one-stop shop for the plants. At least I won't be the hub for all the buildings, but I feel like just collecting every seed and putting them all in one place will be good for places like San Francisco and Santa Clara, where people like to go.
Nice.
I can definitely see that there'd be nice gardens popping up everywhere. They take some time to plant, so you want to think them through. Like now, people with gardens are going through the pain. Like one of our neighbors, Zach, he sent me a message. Zach Towner, what up, Zach Towner? He sent me a message. And everybody's struggling if you got a lot of plants because people are tired of petting them. You know, if you got more, I got 100 plus. So, but the neighbor's been helping out. But we definitely need the level 3 uppies as well as Troves to come back, because that created basically the community help with petting. You know,
I mean, meanwhile, all you really have to do is hit the feed all button every day.
no, that's a big misconception. If and I appreciate that, but if you only feed all, then the what is it? The wellness would drop. One of those levels will drop. One will stay at 100, but one will drop down to, and it could plummet down to 0. And Upland has stated you're gonna limit your trove rarity based on how good the plant is doing. So they give you an incentive to keep these plants healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The well-being. The well-being will go down.
Well-being, yeah. And I have had a couple of roses die. But other than that, I haven't been petting on my plants, but I've been feeding them maybe sometimes 2 times a day.
Okay.
And I'll give them miracle growth from time to time. But I don't want to scare anybody away. Even it is a big task, but you actually, if you plant the right plants, if you don't have time to pet them, you can still at least keep them alive. You will have a low well-being score if you don't pet them.
Let me jump in and let me jump in and show just a quick route. I'm not gonna hang in here too long on this, but let me just show you a quick route in El Sereno. Some of our neighbors that really been putting in the work to have a trove zone. Like these are, if Upland changes the quality of the trove based on the quality of buildings, we have some very high quality buildings. I mean, look at this. You got 2 high schools side by side.
Yeah. I remember that.
I went there.
2 high schools side by side. Right next to them, you got grocery stores and all kind of community centers, and not the small grocery store either. But and then just above it, you got the police. But here's the real creative property when it starts getting creative. When you're making your way around, then you end up at places like this, right? This is
that Zach Towner?
Yeah, that's Zach Towner. So
there.
you end up at places like this. This bar combination with some things that are gotten from these bus stops add up to some good stuff. I want to say these. So you make your way to these 3. So this is one stop. I say this is your first stop. So when you look at El Sereno, let me show you how to look at it real quick. You're all the way at the far end of Los Angeles. Look at that. That's the whole LA. But now we're on the far right. We're on the far right of LA.
With all those blue dots.
He was zoomed in at first, but I was gonna say zoom back in the Zach's, but it's a little late. But what I was gonna point out is my other little strategy coming up for Troves is looking for properties next to people like Zach and just throwing up my own little plants. So he's got all those cool buildings. Great. People will be right by. But then if they see my palm tree just sitting there, why not click it? Like, so, I feel like everybody who's got these green squares right there, I'm like, go see if there's a deal, because that's what I want to be, is in right there. Just, you don't have to build everything. Like, you can literally just go be a part of the hub with your property and some plants, and still get people jumping around to go find the trove. So
it's like the little fish that swim next to the shark, right?
Yeah, that's really smart for people that don't have a lot of sparklet, to come up with all these structures. Just make a garden next to one, and you'll be getting the scent as well.
And they can show you one. Kiosk doesn't take too long.
That's true. Kiosk is a good
one
too.
And they're small enough to fit a lot of places. So that's what I would aim to do.
And bus stops too. I saw the way Elijah put his bus stops up. I spent a lot of time.
Bus stops, do they attract anybody? Were those things that you guys were clicking on for Troves? Bus stops?
Yeah.
Bus stops were making good Troves. I don't know if they're always gonna make them, but they were making them last time.
I don't know why they didn't let you do the big ones.
No, the big ones didn't work.
You could grab some good stuff out of the bus stops.
So here's another Trove zone that's brewing. So we right at the core, right at the Ithaca Run. When you're here, you would go here. This is more than 100 trees. So you would stock up on the stuff that these palm trees give you, and then obviously zoom in and get some of the plants that are in there.
I saw that 83, 16, right?
16. Would you say 16?
The Psalm. I was going to look that up.
Oh, Psalms. Yeah, Look, check out that Psalm. Psalm 83:18. If you got it. King KJV Bible will give you a good answer behind it. But
That's cool.
Psalms 83:18 talks about the name of God, and it declares His name to be Jehovah. So I'm thankful for that. Moving forward, let's get into these service structures. We're building a service structure route where every time Upland is dropping these new and unique service structures, we plugging them in so that you can get them all on the same street. You'll see once you start working your way through here.
No.
And we're not gonna stay in here too long, but once you start working your way through here, let's let these things load. It starts crashing your computer after a while. But you see, like, these are unique service structures that aren't just common everywhere, like the bookstore, Barnes and Noble's bookstore. You got the guitar shop, the Dollar Tree. You don't see these service structures too often. The comic book shop. Look at this.
Nice.
Look at that.
Wow.
So and this area is constantly being developed. But one area that you have to see, if you can get a property near here, man, let me just show you this. This property has 19 service structures and a bunch of plants on just one property for one cent. And the cent fee is only 25 upix. I lowered all my cent fees down to 25 upix. But let's let them load in. So as you can see, there's like a little, what are these things called? Modulars. So you got modulars all over. And each one of these modulars are generating something, right?
Oh, yeah, Elijah.
What up, Tio?
Did you come up with all these properties when the city released?
I was working my way through it slowly. And quietly, but right at the city release. Yep, I minted them. A lot of them.
Cool.
Some I did have to buy.
Yeah, I know you have plenty.
Talking about it way at the very beginning. Remember?
Yeah. So right down the street, all on this block, Northeastern Avenue, you can win. Just next to my property is a bunch of these kiosks. I mean, a lot of them when you really get in there and start clicking. Right here, you have 6 of those. But if you just follow Eastern Avenue, right here to the theater, you can win again. Watch this. And then we're going to get out of here and talk about what y'all got going on. But I just want to show the neighbors these Trove routes so that when Upland launches these Troves, you can come to neighborhoods like El Sereno, Los Angeles, the Real Node, or neighborhoods like Reseda and Mildenberg. And
you have so much going on. Like, it doesn't even want to load.
Yeah, there's a lot, man. And look, so this is one. There's a lot of unique, nice structures over here, but a lot of unique ones right across the street from it. So you right in the middle of a whole, at least, you're talking about 30 plus service structures here, 30, 40 service structures just in one little area. El Sereno has a total, let's see.
400, I think you said.
I thought it was 582.
Is it? Oh.
Or something like that.
We have 426.
build these Trove hubs in other cities, or are you just kind of focus on the Real Node?
We're focusing on El Sereno right now because there's so much future potential. We have not begun to max out the neighborhood. It seems like it, but we have not. When you look at the way you can squeeze 3 service structures on one property, we have not begun to max it out. When you look at LA areas be packed. Like downtown areas, they don't be having no one townhouse on a big LA downtown area property. So, even though there's already a downtown LA, El Sereno LA is a hub, a digital hub, ready for the future of the metaverse. So let's.
One of your great strengths, Elijah, I think, is your ability to pivot, not get too attached to like how it used to be. I went to a lot of neighborhoods where they were built up really nicely, but almost very little any service hubs. People didn't want to destroy their houses, they sort of got attached to them. But you pivoted your strategy based upon how the game was going, and now we're seeing how successful that, your consistency, ability to pivot, and follow through has really paid off. It's really nice going around and also that you've done.
Well, now that we had, and I appreciate that, and thank you for you for helping build and all of the neighbors that's been building. I know Zach Towner's out there in the audience. What up, man? He doing a lot of building in El Sereno. A lot of people building out there. Blue Rain has some nice setups out there. A few different setups in El Sereno. Of course, our home address is there. Now, if you're just hanging around in Upland and you don't have an Upland home address, set your home address to El Sereno, man. You know, we listen. Somebody asked Jesus, what's the greatest two commandments? And he told him to love your neighbor. I'm sorry, love God with all your heart and all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. So that's one of my. I keep that core value with me at all time, and I try to constantly mention it. So there's a lot of love in El Sereno. Come over and hang out and love your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's jump into some projects. I gotta ask what y'all working on, man. Let me add some stuff to the
You guys
stage.
hear that?
We got an
feedback?
echo. Yeah, let me Blue Rain, I'm gonna mute you, but you can let me know when you want to talk because there's an echo coming through. And then you just let me know when you want to say something. Can y'all hear me? Is the echo gone now?
Yeah, much better.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
All right, sorry about that. Sometimes when you don't wear headphones and you go live, it sends the feedback. So that's why I'm wearing these little freebie headphones right here. I'm gonna get some nice ones though. But we're gonna talk about some projects, what you're working on in Upland, what you got going on, what are you working on in Upland? Before we do that, let's see.
I mean, the other thing, Elijah, too, is about getting to hear Dirk and Idan share. I thought that could be an interesting thing to talk about,
Absolutely. We can talk about that right now while I pull up this next slide. Tell me what you thought about that, man. I thought that was a very nice.
Right?
Say that again?
I felt like it was very encouraging hearing them talk more about where things are going, how they're thinking about things. I like that they said they want to bring old players back in. I like.
Look at the slide. Look, you just called it. Look at the slide.
And that too, Upland General, Discord General is coming in.
Yeah.
That was good news.
I mean, that was cool, man, to hear that that basically the way it sounds like it's going to work is Upland is going to bring Discord in through their app, and you'll be able to see what's happening in general without logging into Discord. So if you're a band account or something like that, this is like a second chance Tuesday for you. And speaking of second chance Tuesday, tomorrow's Tuesday, so appreciate all second chances. All good things come from God, and this is a second chance to get re-engaged with the community and have a good time. I think there's a lot of value in being in Discord and just enjoy it, man. I think it's gonna be wild to have this is the first time in Upland's history where the whole community is going to have eyes on Discord. It's never been like that, even back in the old days. So we're all going down a new territory with this Discord and Upland. Back in the day, Discord was popping. We know it. But now, who knows? I mean, all it'll take is one person to say, jump in Discord or something. So we'll just see. Tell me what y'all think, man. I don't want to get too excited about it, but I'm happy that they're bringing Discord into the Upland app. What y'all think? Somebody, let me make sure Blue Rain is unmuted. And everybody, let me know what y'all think of that.
No, I'm super excited for that. I appreciate you mentioning it because it hasn't been mentioned so much in the other shows.
I think it's gonna be great, especially if we are trying to get new players to stay. Like I've known the platform since maybe 2021, and I wasn't active until last year when I joined Discord, and I was able to figure out how to play thanks to the community and what could I do with my Sparklet, how could I get more yield, how could I use UAPIC slant and all that. I didn't know absolutely anything of that. And I'm thankful for the community in Discord that they're so helpful, and I'm happy that now it's going to be available for everybody through the platform. They don't have to get a different app and create a different login and all that. They can just get it right there. I think it's going to be amazing.
I agree, man.
Hey, Elijah, I did want to talk about my project. I actually got my headphones on. Is this better for you?
Yeah, wait a minute. We're gonna jump into projects in 1 second.
Okay, because
Now I
I
do
wasn't
want
sure
to
if you
hear about
passed it up since you went
no,
to
no.
this.
Oh, no, no,
Okay.
no, no. We're gonna jump into everybody's projects next. But before we do, what do you think about General coming into Discord? I'm sorry, Discord General coming into the Upland app. What you think about that?
I think it's exciting. It's another thing to come. So I'm trying not to be too excited and just wait. But
It got a lot of
if and when
potential,
it
don't
does
it?
arrive, that'll be, it'll be nice to be able to see what people are saying in Discord, as I cannot currently. So
Yep.
I've gotten, I stopped being curious, but maybe if it comes back, it'd be something that'd be like, oh, that's cool to see. But yeah.
Any estimations on the engagement with the new players? I mean, because it's never been this way to where uh, the whole app was poured into Discord. Never like there's maybe 100 people, 200 people, but never thousands of people.
I think that's what's overdue, actually. I think when they had in-game chat, their kind of mistake was not merging right away all the communication to one direct place. So I think this is kind of overdue, and hopefully it does really boost engagement for new players and the community as a whole.
All right, I appreciate that. Well, if y'all don't have nothing else to add to that, we ready to jump into these projects, man. I want to know what y'all working on, what y'all doing in Upland. Blue Rain came in hot. We're gonna let her go first, y'all. She said she's ready to tell us what she's working on. She been quiet, so we
Well,
want to see what she been working on. Blue Rain, you got let me put you on the stage.
It's more like, am I back to the stage? What'd you say?
No, you on the stage. You're on the stage. I was trying to figure out how to take this off and put you on the main stage. But go ahead, talk. We can hear you.
Oh no,
Go
I'm
ahead.
fine not being on the main stage. Keep me as a little boss. Okay. I was gonna say just that. So I've been working on some games, and I had some players try them out. You can go to zarinasart.com and check them out. But basically, the idea is what I'm trying to create is like a little like gaming thing on my website, zarinasart.com, where people play this little game that I created, and then Upland creators, if they're on board, basically are willing to like come give some of their assets, or say people who achieve a certain score and earn these GDMs, which is kind of like good digital money or good deeds money or whatever you want to call it. The idea is that they earn these and then they can exchange them. My thinking is if one DM equals like if they achieve that, then they can get a product from an Upland creator of UGC product for like 1 UPX. And then players are just willing to basically put their assets out there. So it's kind of like almost like a, hey, here's what you can win part on my site. So people like, oh, well, this is before I had this idea before Upland said it's going to come up with this little digital store. So we'll see how it works out. But the idea is like getting more exposure to people's map assets and structure ornaments by putting them here and saying, hey, here's what you can win. Because right now there's just so many. So I feel like if people got engaged with playing like a cute little game that's just fun to play, and then also, oh, look, I can get like UGC if I get a certain score, that it kind of has a little loop there. And that's essentially what I was trying to do. Also, I just released a whole bunch of songs under the username Zarina's Art Music on Spotify, Amazon, and iTunes. And I'm looking to get people to like social media posts about the songs. So I was going to offer people who like, you send me like a DM saying, here, I posted like on my social media, like a comment about your song or whatever, and link. I'm willing to give up some free assets like seeds or UGC or whatever people might be interested in. So just kind of like DM me for negotiating what you want to promote those songs. But yeah, Zarina's Art Music.
All right. Well, thank you, Blue Rain. That sounds popping. We gotta do some list. We gotta have a listening session for a few of your tracks in the Discord. Maybe we'll do a live listening session just so we can hear what you got going on. All right. But thanks for sharing that with us. Yep.
Thanks.
All right. What we got up next? We got Dice in the building. Before we go to the next person, don't unmute yet, Dice. Before we go to the next person, while we have you here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me, and turn those alerts on so you know when we go live. Now we got some people in the audience. I see Shaq in the building. What up, Shaq? City Pigeon still in the building. What up, man? We got some people out there, man. Wolf in the building. What up, Wolf?
Wolf, yeah.
So listen, we're gonna go to the next person. Dice, you know him as Dice from Millenberg, from the Millenberg Jazz Loop on X.com, and from the Millenberg Reprise show hosted in the Real Nose server. So let's hear what Dice is working on. What up, Dice?
Hey, I'm still like processing everything that happened last week, the Genesis week. Super excited with the beta test on Troves. It was the first time I've ever seen a project where nobody complained. So I'm still blown away by that. So yeah, the proof is in the pudding, right? That was the beta test. So we're basically in, we're doing the same stuff we've been doing. We're building, no special projects, but kind of gonna wait and see what the next iteration of Troves will be. Definitely, I love plants, making plants everywhere. I love the service stations. I love the still doing what do they call them? The trade routes. That was also a really beautiful thing that they did. That brought people together. I thought, for me, I've connected with people that I wasn't really connected with before. Now I had some property in their neighborhood. They got some property in mine. So that's been really good too. So yeah, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we've been sort of the sleepy node for a while. So we're kind of laying back a little bit, but still building. Got the Sparklet train going on there, and yeah, got the Jazz Loop show. So a little bit of everything.
That's what I like to hear, man. And the trade routes, don't forget for the trade routes that are in your neighborhood, you have to have one of those buildings. The
Office.
It's not an office building, it's a shipping center. It's called a Nexus Shipping Center. So don't forget you need to have a distribution center. You have to have a distribution center to activate your
trade routes.
Yep, your trade routes. And I just look. Yep. So we just finished the logistics center in El Sereno. Anybody building a logistics center in their neighborhood?
I am. That's all I'm building.
Where you at in Vegas, man? Where you at in Vegas?
I'm in Paradise. I'm also in Buffalo, which is Paradise and Buffalo is a lot of my big properties. So, and then I have my home address as in the Lakes.
Yeah. Shout out to Ant-Man. Is Ant-Man in the audience, man? Ant-Man always showing some support. Man. You know he out there.
Yeah, he was there for a second.
No, he there. He is. That's. I thought Ant-Man was a big part of the Lakes, man.
Yeah, but I might have to change my address to Paradise because they keep saying that your neighborhood would give more benefits, especially doing the distribution center and the trade routes and stuff, if you have your home address in that city. I'm going, this is a hard decision. I don't know.
Hey, look who in the audience, Ant-Man. I'm you say his name one time, boom, he there. Ant-Man, I stepped away what I missed. What up, Ant-Man? He was just he was saying his home address is in the Lakes, man. And we were just talking about distribution centers and stuff like that. Ant-Man, you gotta do some retention, man. He trying to move to Paradise. Get him. He trying to move to Paradise. Get him, Ant-Man.
Well, I mean, that's all my properties are like 3,000, 4,000 UPX. So I'm like, all right, cool, I actually do this for a living. I actually drive trucks and stuff like that. So,
Hey, let me add something, man, because you said you drive trucks. Now, I do a lot of listening and conversing. I remember you were the one who mentioned that there were going to be multiple types of trailers. You said it first and said it a lot. You were quite adamant about there's this type of trailer, there's this type of trailer. Upland gonna have a bunch of trailers. And of course, us exhausted from spending money, we was just like, we just want the white trailer that come with the semi. And next thing you know, the wall heart one, the all kind of trailers that came out.
How'd you know that?
Yeah, man.
Cryptographic. Yeah, inside track.
No, I actually work in trucking. I've been in logistics for over 8 years now. So, I mean, I've seen it all, hauled everything. So now I'm local. So I come home every day now. So I'm not over the road anymore. But yeah, I mean, that's just my love. My passion is logistics, transportation. And that's why I flipped all my properties in Paris, and then I moved to Vegas and bought up as much as big properties as I can because that was my vision, was to be in the logistics space.
Wow, that's cool. You ever talk to Kaiser? Kaiser 12?
Not lately, no.
He's
I
also
don't think I've seen him in a minute.
You think you're gonna make your focus on upland, these distribution centers and logistics?
Yes.
Excellent. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Kaiser's he's a
that's
truck driver.
important too.
Talks about it a lot. Yeah. That's cool.
That's important too because Upland mentioned that they want you to kind of pick a career. You can't do everything. You can't get involved in every little thing, you know. And that's why when I grabbed a farm, I grabbed one farm and the equipment to go with it. When the farm is really to support El Sereno, the real Node LA. So, but you know, Upland wants you to pick a career, dive deep into it, and make it rock. So he was saying he's going to jump in the distribution center. So you know, he gonna. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So, what are you working on though? Is that talk to us about what projects? Is we just kind of looking at everybody's projects, man. We got about 10 minutes left. We're gonna there's an hour show, so tell us what you're working on and what you got going on, man.
Me? Yep.
Crypto Dragon. Since he was already alluded into that he was getting into shipping and stuff like that.
I don't really have any projects per se. That's just what I'm doing in Upland. I mean, outside of that, real quick, I'm in AI. I'm building an app, a social media app that has AI companions in it, but I'm also making it 3D, not just the 2D companion style. So yeah, outside of Upland, I am also a app builder.
Cool.
All right. Anything that you can speculate on for shipping that we missed? Did we miss anything for shipping and transportation?
All I gotta say is there's gonna be a lot.
Okay. All right, we'll take that. Go. We can say something good.
I hope you can keep up.
All right. You heard it here first from the guy who's actually in trucking and shipping and the whole industry. He's actually in the industry. So he's saying if Upland is gonna try to model it after real world stuff, you have to keep up. All right. But then that brings me to Tio. Luis, man. We got a comment in the section that you the number one contract for filling on where City said you was filling the number one contracts on the UPX hub.
One of them. I think I'm number 2.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow,
me and Kara John, he's number 1. I focus. I've done building one of my focus on this platform. I got most of the blueprints and yeah, I was excited for the construction hub and being able to make some of that investment back, at least in UPX, because every single week I keep buying the blueprints. So I was happy I was finally able to use them.
Nice. What are you busy building these days?
Actually, for myself, not that much. I build a lot of service structures in preparation for, I didn't know about Troves or that they were coming, but I could feel it. So I did build a whole bunch of service structures in Reseda in LA. And last week, I think I rented probably 90% of my sparkling. So I'm not quite building much. Dedicated some to my factories. I finally got some of my fence items approved, and I just been producing them in 1, 2 factories that I have, and I'm building another factory. I'm gonna flood the market, letting everyone know. I want everybody to have fence and everybody to work on their properties. I'm gonna make it affordable.
Nice.
Hey man, lock in on the plan, man. Everybody locking in on the plan. If you
Yeah.
ain't here, T.O. just let you know. He
Ah,
grade bottom out the prices. He grade bottom out the prices on them fences. So you better
Yeah,
sell what
yeah,
you
yeah.
sell.
You think the platform is cheap? You haven't seen mine.
He said he grade come and sweep the floor, y'all, on these fences. 90 epics for
90
golden
up.
chrome diamond studded fence.
Whoa.
No,
We'll
I'm
make
joking.
them affordable. That's for sure. I want the resales. And
What's
All
the
right.
name of your store, Tia Luis?
Mapsy. Actually, I was
Awesome.
about to talk about it. Yeah, I'm also building a whole bunch of meta stores. I'm starting with the showrooms now because I don't know how much long the meta ventures have, like soccer leagues and all the upland items. And I don't think they're gonna be needed soon when they change the marketplace. But the map asset showrooms they will, because that way you can showcase your items and your brand and all that. So I'm started with those, but yeah, Mapsy. I have all the type of stores in 7, 8 different cities, and I keep building them. I had a plan of same making commerce, available for everyone in every single city. But it seems like Upline is gonna take care of that, so I cross it off my list.
I'm wondering about legits. I think the legits that we have now are use case scenario. Hopefully, Upland will use that as a use case scenario for us to bring our own legits in. I remember one time they offered me the opportunity to make a legit, and it was like when I first got introduced to Blender, and it was really hazy, and I was asking people to help out, and I could do it now, but back then they did offer me the opportunity to make a legit, and I just it didn't pass inspection. Like I submitted one and it didn't make the inspection and it just kind of fell through. But I think once they improve the map asset submission process, they could potentially uh, bring something like that back. So we'll see, man. I'd like to see the ability to make legits in Upland. Maybe if I could make some drone legits, and then you could, they'd be burnable. Also, speaking of burnable, we got a lot of junk map assets on the map. It's probably time to be able to burn map assets, y'all think, or some way to clear some map assets off the map.
Not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. What I would also like for Upland to do is I want to get some properties off my hands because I'm tired of holding them. And the reason why I'm tired of holding them is because I can't sell them because it is a meta venture. Now, I would like for them to unlock it, the business, so that way we can sell the business to somebody else, or we can at least demolish the building and sell the property, or at least be able to sell the business with the property.
How long ago
That'd
did
be
you submit
nice.
it to support? How long ago did you submit it through support?
I didn't submit no support. I was just kind of
Whoa,
waiting
whoa,
to kind of see if they would,
wait a minute,
uh,
wait.
Read your mind.
have a nice light bulb up in their head and be like, hey,
No,
yeah,
man, you
nice
got to submit it.
idea.
Anytime you don't want anything in Upland like a meta venture, you want to close the meta venture down, sell the property. That day, you got to submit it through support.upland. Submit
Out
the
of the
ticket the
1,000
way you.
emails that they get on a daily, they gonna look at my little email and be like, oh
Yeah,
yes, this
man,
is
they don't
important.
play. Support.upland don't play, man. They don't play.
Oh, okay.
They're going
Yeah.
first of all, within a couple seconds, they're going to acknowledge your email. You're going to get an acknowledgement robot email. And what that does is allow you to lock this conversation in time. And then from that confirmation email, they probably hit you in less than a day or two. They don't play. Like I said, support.upland got a strong customer support system. So I would give it a try, submit it through them, and you might have it unlocked in a day or two, man.
Oh,
That's
so
the
they
only
are
way.
able
That's
to be
the only
unlocked.
way. Yes, and that's the
You
only
have to
way.
email them, but yes.
You got to
Hmm.
email them through support.upland. And
To unlock a meta venture, you're saying, or
like
a
a block
property?
explorer shop or something you're trying to sell to somebody. What is it?
Yeah, they will remove the meta venture
Well,
status from
yeah.
it.
I mean, because they're Pacific for the one legits or the assets that we had back in the day, and I'm just like, well, if they don't have those type of assets, then the meta venture is pretty much useless. So I'm just like, well,
Yep.
because we
Yep,
had
you
to
can
set
close
up
it
one
down real quick.
for block explorers, for soccer legits, for NFLPA. Then you had, you were trying to do your ornaments, and I'm just like, we have all these shops, but all the assets are either ancient and old, and nobody really want them, or Upland's not really doing much with them. So I'm just like, well, and then they come out with the variety store, and I'm just like, I should have been smart enough to set up variety stores, but I was like, I was just trying to get assets that I didn't want off my hands. So I was like, well, let me create a store and do it that way. But I got most of the stuff out. I got most of the stuff sold, but yeah, I will hit them up just like you said and get
Yep,
those
look
three
at
that
comments
I
too.
do not want.
Jacqueline wrote in the comments she got hers done in 2 days. Somebody else put that, I think Bacon put that he got his done in a day. So they don't take long,
Oh, okay.
to make the adjustment that you need. And make sure, yeah, they said unlist everything. Then email support to cancel the meta venture. So make sure you unlist everything out of your store. Then you can email them. So make sure there's nothing for sale in there. Thank you, Casigmar. Yep. So
Okay.
we right at the finish line, y'all. The show be popping. We right at the end, y'all. Can somebody give me any final thoughts, y'all? Any final? Everybody go around the table and drop your outro.
Thanks for having me. I'll just say that the Real Node obviously is the place to be for anyone looking for Trove in the future. And it's like so clear. So really, if you haven't bought a property up in the Real Node, you should be trying to squeeze in next to Zach and Elijah for sure. But just thank you, Elijah, for actually creating such a great community and doing all the work, because I'm definitely writing those coattails. So
don't say I did all the work, Blue Rain. You've been helping out. The whole community been helping. And you remember you went to Vegas
Yeah,
one
but you're
time and
huge.
set up
I mean,
shop?
look at you. We saw all those blue squares that was your own properties. So definitely, you've done a lot.
All right, appreciate that. Dice, look like you ready to jump in.
Yeah, I just want to say that Upland's really seem to be listening better than ever, and they did talk a lot about how their job is really to bring in new players, but our job is sort of integrate them into the game. So really, they might even have rewards on that. If we can bring people up to the next level, going from uplander to pro or director, we might be getting a bonus for that. They made a hint of something like that in the AMA. So I feel like I'm really excited for the future of Upland and the fact that they're listening more, and that Troves has this amazing capacity to keep evolving, because as you bring out new service structures, they now got to program what recipes go with those and what Troves go with those. And then houses are going to have Troves too. So, and they said Troves are really going to sort of bring all the different pieces of the game together. And it seems like it's really happening. I feel it was really fun going around El Sereno, also downtown LA, and Paradise and Millenburg, and seeing what people have been doing. And I liked, buying assets from creators and supporting them. I wish I would have bought more from them before. So anyway, I'm really excited for Upland, and I appreciate you putting the show together.
Well, thank you, man. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate those kind words, and the community does too. We got Crypto Dragon giving me the stare like he ready to show enough. Say his outro right now. Let him have it, man.
I love you, Elijah. I would really like to have my home address in El Sereno, but my heart, called to my hometown. I mean, LA is born and raised, but I moved to Las Vegas, so I have to try and start my own, kind of walk. I gotta come from crawling to walking now. So, I'm trying to get there, But yeah, I kind of saw how Upland was gearing to be. And I kind of liked some of the things that they were doing, that they were changing. And as of last year, it really kind of brought me back in. Actually last year, funny story, I finally became an executive on my birthday last year. I would have been one a whole lot earlier, but dealing with married life, I cashed out a whole lot. So, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, now I am kind of full throttle. I'm like really, I love the Troves. Like I kind of already know what I'm gonna be diving into. And I know what I'll be doing as far as where my properties are going to go. But yeah, I really think that they've turned over a new leaf. It's not what it used to be back in 2021, 2020. Like I missed the yield that we were getting. We were getting like 18.7% of yield, but um, but yeah, it is much funner now. And I just hope that they just keep inspiring, keep going, and just like they say, full throttle ahead. I want to see something every day and a new announcement. If they got AI in the back of it, I mean, come on now. I want a new video every day. I want to see something new. I want to be like, oh shoot, I want to be the one running behind the caboose here pretty soon. So,
Yep.
but yeah. I do appreciate it. I do love it now, and it's a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Cool, man. Yeah, bring Troves back up, man. If you can, bring them Troves right back. We need them back this week. T.O., help us shut down shop, man.
Elijah, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for having me again. Too bad it didn't work last week. And, not much for me. I'm excited. As a newer player, compared to everyone that joins these shows and everybody here. I just have to say, stay patient. It seems like the platform is building a lot, and I see a pretty bright future for all of us that are partaking and building it. And yeah, that's it. Nothing more.
That's what's up, man. Not much more need to be said than that, man. Listen, tune in next week. Hit that like and that subscribe button and that alert button so you'll know when we go live. But tune in. We got a lot to talk about. Thank you, y'all, for coming out. Blue Rain, it was amazing to see you. Dice, it was great to see you. Crypto is always good to see you, man. And T.O., thanks for coming out, man. Of course, it was good to see you. Thanks for coming back out. We did have technical difficulties last week. So to the next time, y'all, I see y'all at the Real Note LA.
Hey, like,
Here.